I'm gonna teach you how to make smash burgers, and if you've never had one before, you're in for a real treat because they're delicious. We're gonna start with 4 ounces of ground beef, and we're not gonna shape this into a patty. We want the meat to be kind of loose and just gathered together real nicely here. And then we've got a seasoning mix. And you can see here, I've got 2 tablespoons of kosher salt, 1 tablespoon black pepper, and 2 teaspoons of garlic powder. I've got my griddle preheating. We're gonna do this over high heat for about 2 minutes until we start to see just some little wisps of smoke coming up. So, I'm gonna season my burger meat on all sides. All right, so I've seen just some fine wisps of smoke coming off of this griddle, so I'm gonna put my meat on here. Now, here's where the smashing part comes in. I like to use 2 spatulas. I like 2 for added leverage. What we're gonna do, crisscross the spatulas and press down pretty hard. All right, you're gonna wanna hold this here for 10 seconds because it's gonna help develop the sear on the underside of the burger, and as the burger cooks, we're gonna get nice crispy edges. I'm gonna take these off, and you can see here I've got one section that hasn't been flattened down. Don't worry about it. Give it a quick little tap down. So once we've released the spatulas, we're gonna cook this burger for about 2 minutes on the first side. You're looking for the meat juices to start bubbling up through the grains of the meat, and that's gonna help cook it through. It's gonna keep it juicy and add a lot of flavor to it because that's the fat coming from the meat, and the fat equals flavor, I promise. And we wait. All right, so you might be wondering, is it okay that I have irregular edges on my burger? Yes, it's okay. Juices are not going to be leaking out of here. Those edges have an opportunity to crisp up, and that's what you're looking for. So I can see that the bulk of the underside of the burger is cooked. The edges are getting nice and brown. I think I'm going to go ahead and flip it. It's good to have a towel on hand, one that maybe you don't mind getting dirty. You want to hold on to your griddle here because sometimes it wants to shimmy around on you. Now, use your spatula. This burger should release pretty easily because of that good sear, but in case it doesn't, use the edge of your spatula to really get under it. You don't want to lose those crispy bits to the griddle. So, here we go. All right. You can see after I flip this burger, it's nice and golden brown, lots of crispy bits. That's exactly what we're looking for, and it's what's giving this burger tons of flavor. You got plenty of time to open your cheese, no need to pre-open it. And we like American cheese. American cheese melts really nicely, but you can of course use whatever cheese you like. If you want to use a cheese other than American or other than something that melts really easily, like a cheddar or a Swiss perhaps, you might want to take a skillet and just pop it over the top for a second. You can put a couple drops of water in there too, create a little steam. It'll help melt that cheese a little bit faster. So, put the cheese right on here. You can start to see immediately it's starting to kind of wilt down the sides of the burger. We'll give it another minute, but we don't need to let the cheese melt all the way because the heat of the burger will carry over melt that cheese. Here we go. I'm going to pull it off the griddle now. Transfer it to my plate. I'm going to get any errant cheese areas off the griddle. Now it's bun time. I like brioche. It's soft, it's flavorful, and we're going to use the cut sides to absorb the drippings from the griddle. Now, if you don't have enough drippings, if the meat didn't release enough, that's okay. You can use butter, and we're just going to keep the same heat. Leave these here for just a minute, but check them periodically. We don't want them to burn. This one's looking pretty good. I'll give it another minute. But a toasted bun really just takes your burger over the top. Once you have a toasted bun, you're not going to go back. All right, so for me, this is done. Sometimes the inside of your bun is a little bit domed and it's hard to get the entire surface golden. You can give it another try, but don't go crazy. It's not the end of the world. So I'm gonna scoop my patty up, put it right on here, a little bit more toasted, pop it off, you're ready. Enjoy.